Right, hello there, welcome back. Today we're going to have a look at the Trinidad Chevron, P.cambridgei. Now we've had another successful breeding with these, so our female, this female actually, I say another successful breeding, we've bred a couple of these females. This particular one has been a bit of a mare in the past, and she's always eaten her sacks, but we've persevered and she's hatched this one out, and they're now actual slings in with her at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to get her down, and then we're going to catch her up, and we're going to remove all of the slings and put them into another holding tank. So right, so we'll catch her up. Now these guys are endemic to Trinidad, as the name suggests, and these are an arboreal spider, and in my opinion a very underrated arboreal spider. These are really fantastic. A lot of people don't think of them as too much of a beginner spider, but I would disagree with that. I think as long as you're careful and you've had a little bit of experience, these guys make fantastic beginner spiders. They're not a handleable spider, you cannot handle them. They're aggressive in that respect. You certainly won't want to get bitten by one. But they're fairly steady, I think. So we'll see as we do this, and we'll have a little look, and we can have a chat about it as we go. So what we're going to do, take the top off. Now she's down in there. What we'll do is we'll peel this back here, and get a little bit of light on her. There she is. What a stunning spider. Now you can see all the little spiderlings all around her. They're all here. Now this is another sort of thing that that crops up with these. A lot of people take the sacks away from the females after they've done maybe 30 days or whatever, and I actually like to leave them in there, and I do believe that the slings end up as better slings if left in with the mother. Not quite sure why this happens, but they seem to be stronger spiders to me, to my thinking. So right, what we're going to do, we've seen this before when we've caught our spiders up. So now what we're going to do, now bearing in mind these are a very fast spider, but as always in the beastie room, we are going to try and get her. It'd be nice actually if she goes up the back glass, because then we've got a nice flat surface in which to operate. Now these can be quite defensive, and as you can see we're just giving her a little very gentle tickle, because we don't want to get that aggressive behaviour in any way. She doesn't really want to leave the young spiders either. As you can see, she's actually holding on to my paintbrush, which wasn't a very good thing. We didn't really want her to do that. So just nice and gently. She's holding on to it again. Come on, get on the glass. Okay, you're going to go on the wood instead. Right, okay. So then, she's going to have to come up this piece of wood. That's a girl. Nice and gently does it. There we go. Not all the way, we don't want you all the way. So then, I'm now going to use our cricket tub. This is always the point where they jump, if they're going to jump. And as you've seen before in the past, the wood is not always the best place to catch them. There we go. Gently does it, and it's as simple as that. put her on the table here so you can get a proper look at her. And you can see now, even after she's had her sack, she is in prime condition. You notice the weight that she's carrying, her abdomen is still really full. And she is looking absolutely stunning. These really are a beautiful spider. Right, so that's her there. So what we're going to do, we'll pop her down here out of the way. And as you can see, that wasn't particularly stressful. You know, she came out nice and easy. Remember, just be very gentle, very calm. And we don't have any dramas. Now then. This, on the other hand, is going to be an entirely different thing. And they're very lively. Okie dokie. Right, we'll come over here. Look at all these. Wow. This is very lively. Right, okay. Right then. So we've got our tank ready here. These little guys are everywhere. If you can pick them up, I'll turn it around a little bit. Here we go. P.cambridgei. Now you'll notice down inside the tank that it's actually quite dry. Now this is a spider that does like quite a moist environment, a humid environment I should say. Now these guys like to have it around about 80% humidity. Now, but you'll see in that tank there, that's actually very dry. So what we do now is, because of the egg sacs, that we actually dry them out a little bit and we keep them drier. Now these are at a stage now where we could start moistening the whole thing up. When she goes back in, we'll put her into a nice new home and it will be a much more humid environment. So right, what I'm going to do now is we're going to catch all these up and we're going to have a count. As you can see, these guys are have a little look in there, you'll see they're absolutely everywhere. There they are. And as soon as you touch them, they start bursting out in all directions. So we'll oh dear, 2 in there, 2, 3, 4, 5. This might take a little time, so bear with us. We will be back in just a jiffy. Well, that was epic. We've caught them all up, and we've got 117 and 3 or 4 running around the room. So hopefully they'll grow up and we'll catch them later. Right then, so we've got our babies in here, and like I say, there's 117 in there, so that's not a bad little thing. And I don't think I'll open it because they're going to end up going everywhere, but you can see them running around. Really nice. So then, we've set up our tank for Mum. And all right, we'll have a quick little thing on this. This is the tank. Two seconds with me, sorry. Climbing in the way. Now then, this is what I call my my standard arboreal setup. I just have a single piece of bark on the back. This gives the spider somewhere to go, so she can hide behind there, and she's out of sight. And that's all she needs. That is literally all she needs. So she can literally just sort of get that back behind there. And you see it's quite a tight fit. So the less space behind there, the more comfortable she will feel. And we have a little bit of moss in here. Now this is a very dry setup at the moment, so what we're going to do is we're going to whop a fair bit of water in here. Now bearing in mind, I said earlier on, the Trinidad Chevron does like a humid environment. You'll see most of the literature says around about 80% humidity, 75 to 80%. Now I don't want you to get hung up on these figures. These figures are just guidelines. They're not set in stone. You have to find out what works for you. It's not, you know, you read the care sheets and everyone says, oh, you know, you need 52.5% of this. Well, are you ever going to get that? I don't think so. But some people will drive themselves absolutely nuts trying to get 52.5%. It's never going to happen. So what you need to do is set your enclosure up, get advice from a few different people. It's all worthwhile. What I tell you here is what works for me. So it's really good to just sort of get some extra things. So what we're going to do is we've soaked this up now. We're going to give this a good good water. Now we're going to put Mum back in. Now hopefully, all being well, this normally works out quite well. So now I've said that, like I say, you do have to treat these spiders with some respect. She has got fabulous colour. I'm just going to take this off, nice and gentle now. We really do not want to upset this girl. You can see the colours in that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You can get closer. Right out the light. Look at her feet, lovely chestnut toes. They've got a beautiful greeny colour to these. Some of them are quite brown, but most of them go this real greeny colour. This is a mature girl. She's probably, now she's thinking of moving now. She's probably around about 4 years old. Now females will live to sort of 12 years in captivity. So here we go, nice and gentle. We're just going to tickle her bum. We've tipped the box up so that she's facing in the right direction. So hopefully she feels like she's going to run out on the flat. All we want her to do is walk out nice and gentle. Here we go. Now you see she's trying to go up the side, so we move the box to the side. Give her somewhere to purchase her feet. She's a real heavy spider, this one. And there she goes. Get a nice look at her there. Okay. Right then, so there you've seen that these are often referred to as quite aggressive spiders, and I think we've shown there that, you know, just being gentle, take your time, they don't need to be. Now I do feel that these, if you've got a little bit of experience, not straight out of the box, but a little bit of experience, you can deal with these, and they're a very, very rewarding spider. And if you want to get into your breeding, these are an ideal type of spider to go for because they're relatively easy. They're quite forgiving in that respect. So yeah, hopefully you've picked up a few tips. You've seen a few things going on. Obviously we've got slings available. Yeah, and all being well, we'll see her again, and hopefully we'll have some more. We have got another one that's got a clutch at the moment, slightly younger, but they're almost ready to go. Yeah, look, she's climbing in the back there already. She's going back to bed. Now she's kicked the kids out. She can have a bit of relaxation. So what we'll do now is we'll just feed her up now and get some food into her. But as you can see, she was in absolutely wonderful condition. Right then, so that's it for this one. And don't forget, be calm, be gentle, and love your spider. I'll see you soon.